So welcome back to Lesson 32 in BiOptimizers, Healing Health and High Performance, your complete guide to biological optimization. And today we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, smoothies. Smoothies are perhaps the perfect nutrient delivery system because what we're able to do is we're able to put the exact amount of components that you can control, not a factory, and make the perfect food for your diet. So let me just look at this. So let's take a look at, we're going to talk about smoothies. And what makes a smoothies? When I grew up, we called them shakes. So we can use these interchangeably. And what a shake is, I think most of us know now. I mean, you know, back 20 years ago, 25 years ago, almost nobody were having shakes. And when they did, they tasted like crap. Now they can taste really, really great. So what we're going to talk about today is what are the key components? What are the key components to make yourself a really great smoothie? First and foremost, personally, I think it's probably the simplest, fastest, and easiest way to start the day. You know, people just say, let's have a breakfast and all that sort of stuff with, you know, cereal and eggs and all that sort of stuff. And that's all fine. But in today's world, it's fast-paced. I get up in the morning, I want a smoothie. I throw all the things that I want inside my blender, and boom, I got everything. So what do you want? Number one inside your smoothie, you're going to want protein. Okay? Why do you want protein? Well, the reason why you put protein inside your smoothie is this stabilizes blood sugar. Number one, blood sugar. I'm going to put that over here. So you get that. I hope you can read that. I'm going over to the end, my little bad G. So stabilizes blood sugar. The other thing, it delivers key amino acids into their cells, and that runs, you know, if you look back to our cell, right, inside here we need proteins, and that's made from DNA, RNA, you know, our muscle cells, right? Muscle cells require protein. All of these things. Besides, protein also gives a thickness to the shake that makes it appealing to the body. Now, there's a variety of different proteins out there. Everything from casein, which is made from milk. You've got whey proteins. Now there's a range of plant proteins, because what we found is that plant proteins, in our opinion, have a lot more benefit. And if you look at plant proteins out there, we're seeing different ones, like there's hemp, and there's pea, and pumpkin, and there's rice, right? Different kinds. There's cranberry. You know, there's all these different types of. There's literally all kinds of different ones. And what I've found is that people will respond to different ones a little bit better. But if I'm looking at the king of proteins, in my opinion, is hemp protein. The challenge is most hemp protein, when you first get it, it tastes like dirt and smells like a barn. But if you mix it right into a shake, it tastes great. The big benefit is with plant proteins is they tend to be more alkaline. And most proteins are acid forming, where plant proteins can be alkaline forming. And if we go back to the earlier lesson of our 80-20 rule, what's the rule? We want 80%, or excuse me, I'm getting ahead of myself. 80% alkaline, 20% acid. So if you're already consuming a high protein diet, you know, a lot of chicken, meat, fish, all that sort of stuff, you're probably a little bit too high on the acid side. You can sub out one of those and put a plant-based alkaline smoothie together. Okay, you get your protein just like you normally do, and guess what? You're back more closer to that 80-20 to balance, and that has some long-term benefits, you know, as part of your nutritional program. The other thing a lot of people add is they want to add healthy fats. So what are healthy fats? Healthy fats are things like, you know, coconut oil and flaxseed, and now there's chia seeds. You know, there's a variety of different oils. There's hemp oil as well as another oil. There's like camelina oil. There's a variety of different, there's udo's oil. There's all these different kinds of oils that you can use. And what I have found with the fats that work best is different people respond to different fats. So your genetics oftentimes determine this, and also your digestive capacity. So some people have a hard time with fats. They would go away from this a little bit more. They would have more carbohydrates. So then you want carbs. I'm just going to call carbohydrates carbs, right? That's how, it's an old bodybuilding. There's carbs, fats, and proteins. So sometimes they call them carbos, little inside thing. So carbs, the kind of carbs that we want, I always say we want these from natural-based foods. So what do you mean by natural-based foods? Foods. I was going to get ahead of myself there and say fruits. Berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. These are fantastic. Number one, they're filled with a thing called phytonutrients. Phytonutrients. Phytonutrients are little nutrients, and there's all kinds of them. Half of them we don't even know what they are, but what we find is that berries have the highest level of phytonutrients inside that. Each year, scientists discover new phytonutrients that have, new properties and have certain functions because, the science is getting better. Here's what I do know. Virtually everybody that we've put on smoothies in the morning, shakes, you start the day with a shake, they put fruits, they put their favorite fruits in there, they put maybe some healthy fats inside there, they use a plant-based protein, they mix it up to the flavor and, thickness that they enjoy. Sometimes if you want to make it more like an ice cream shake, you would use frozen berries, right? Some people, if you're looking for more carbs, you would add things like bananas, okay? If you're maybe you're a hard training athlete and you need an extra calories, you're looking to build up more muscle or you're doing a lot of endurance things, you might want to add things like nut butters, right? Nut butters are great. They got a lot of calories and a lot of nutrients inside that'll provide you a lot of fuel for yourselves for those high energy endurance type projects. So these would what you would add for endurance. For protein and building and blood sugar, you want proteins, and then you want natural-based carbohydrates. You want to stay away from, the maltodextrins and the high fructose and the corn things, or a lot of the pre-made smoothies that you'll see. You want to stay away from a lot of them because, again, a lot of them are manufactured in chemical plants in order to make that. But you can use, for example, what we do. We have our smoothie formulation right here, which is called Protein Breakthrough, which has a hemp base. It has, we do that one with cacao, and we have another one with smoothies. You can check our website about it. This has all these different berries built right into it. And a lot of people really, really love that. We use a hemp base, of course, and that is a phenomenal amino acid provider. So these are the types of shakes that you can make. Now, what you want to do is you want to check back at our site at BiOptimizers because we're actually making a whole host of smoothies. We've got a smoothie expert that's going to go on there and does all these different tastes and flavors and what we call, functional foods. In other words, we make a shake that is for your function. The other time that I think a shake is another great way to go is post-workout. Post-workout. And the reason why is at post-workout, your body is in kind of like a super optimized state. It's craving all the good stuff, and the cells are open. You've got your blood flow going. The lymphatic system has been flushed from the movement. And post-workout is a perfect time to add another smoothie. I know for myself, I usually have at least 2 smoothies a day. We do recommend when you're starting out 1 smoothie a day for sure. Start the day or at least post-workout with a smoothie. It tastes great. It's a fast delivery system and it works really well. Now, if you want to take it to the next level, what you would add to that is enzymes, right? Probiotics, you can add that to it as well. You can add superfoods into it. You can read all about superfoods, right? Of course, guys like David Wolf is probably the biggest superfood expert out there, really started that whole movement. That's a great one. We've got, you can add extra minerals and extra vitamins inside your formulation. So if you really want to take things to the next level and turbocharge your day, what I would highly recommend is checking out our 15-minute-a-day program. In other words, you get the whole biological optimization in just 15 minutes. We dump the enzymes, the probiotics, the superfoods, the vitamins, the minerals, all of this stuff. Put that in a shake and start your day, and you'll be flying out the door without any caffeine, any stimulants, and really, really makes a difference and allows you to achieve the highest levels of performance, the performance level that you deserve. Get you started on the right track. Be sure to check with our site at BiOptimizers for smoothie and shake recipes, and we'll see you on the next lesson.